From learning the art of 8 limbs with his father to becoming the featherweight world champion, Tawanchai PK Senshai is tearing up fighters in one championship. Could Superbond stop this upcoming Muay Thai G.O.A.T on December 8th? Let's find out. But before we do, hit that subscribe button to get future updates on the fight of the year. Early career. This warrior grew up in Pattaya, Thailand, and started learning the art of 8 limbs at the young age of 7 with his dad. But his journey to the sport goes way back. At just 24 years old, Tawanchai's career has been so remarkable that even the best Muay Thai veterans can't compare. He had his first introduction to the sport at the young age of 14, when he made his debut at Lumpini Boxing Stadium. And by 2018, Tawanchai achieved a huge milestone by becoming the Lumpini Boxing Stadium champ at 19, and Siamkela's Fighter of the Year award. It wasn't until 2021 that he entered one championship and faced Irish legend Sean Clancy in one of the most epic fights of his career. He not only showcased his skills despite the experience gap, he sealed the victory with a devastating left roundhouse kick in the 3rd round. Career turning point. Later on in his career, he faced one of his first losses via split decision to Thai legend Sithichai Sitsongpeenong, but he rebounded with an impressive 5 consecutive victories afterwards, which culminated in his world title win over Pechmorakot Pechyindi in September 2022. As the defending one featherweight Muay Thai world champion, Tawanchai demonstrated his dominance with a limb-breaking KO against Yamal Yusupov at One Fight Night 7. And in August of the same year, he continued his winning streak with a brutal 3rd round stoppage, shattering David Kiria's right arm with a powerful left roundhouse kick. His killer skills go way back to his roots. So, what does it take to become like Tawanchai? Well, Muay Thai promotions in Thailand have a knack for assembling the world's best strikers, and Tawanchai is just one of them. He made his debut at 145 pounds as he faced WBC champion Sean Clancy from Ireland. The Thai fighter is known for his explosive kicks at all heights, so it wasn't hard for him to keep Sean on his toes. Despite Sean catching some of the kicks, he found himself cornered by the relentless assault from this upcoming G.O.A.T. I mean, the man didn't skip a beat and kept on showing off his unique fighting style and strategic approach. Watching Tawan in action can be quite interesting, as he fended off Clancy's attempts to close the distance skillfully. He introduced elbows into the mix towards the end of the round as well, and the impact that had was written all over Clancy's face. And in the second leg, he executed a control hook, transitioning into a combo frenzy like it was a stroll in the park. Clancy tried to improve his defensive position, but Tawan kept adding flair with his fancy moves, especially his tomahawk elbow that's straight from action movies. Not only that, but the man is extremely precise with his strikes. But he's not undisputed because he has been defeated before. Major losses of his career. After nearly 7 years competing in kickboxing, Sithichai Killer Kid Sitsongpeenong made his return to Muay Thai and secured a split decision victory over our rising star Tawanchai at One Battleground 3. Tawanchai displayed his sharp and strong performance in the opening round in the featherweight debut, using his signature punches and kicks, but Sithichai countered everything. As the fight progressed, Sithichai intensified with punishing low kicks, incorporating boxing combinations. Tawanchai's speed and dynamic attacks kept him from becoming an easy target, and the round ended with both fighters showcasing their incredible skills. The second round saw exchanges of body kicks, clinch engagements, and Sithichai's return to using elbows in competition. But despite Tawanchai's amazing counters, Sithichai demonstrated his experience and Muay Thai skills. Entering the final round, the contest was too close to call, with both fighters giving their all. To be fair, Sithichai had very well-timed kicks and managed a takedown in the closing moments, bringing his record to 124-32-5. Tawanchai's comeback after his 5th loss. Despite a confusing decision in Sithichai's favor, Tawanchai accepted the defeat gracefully. Commentators and viewers may have been puzzled, but Tawanchai congratulates Sithichai genuinely. As the night concluded, Sithichai finished with a Greco-Roman throw. Now, Tawanchai didn't secure the coveted title shot immediately, Instead, he faced newcomer Nicholas Larson, who held the WBC belt leading up to their fight. Larson tried to end the fight within the distance, while Tawanchai promised to finish him within 2 rounds. Nicholas went in for the final strike, but Tawanchai countered with his powerful kicks. So Larson tried to go in with a hook in desperation, which triggered Tawanchai's search and destroy mode. The second round was when Tawanchai started showing his impressive striking skills and delivering blows that almost left a dent in Larson's chest. But Larson still kept coming back and throwing push kicks. As the fight reached its end, Tawanchai attempted to open Larson's guard with an uppercut and won the fight with a second-round knockout. The road to the title. With the path to the title now clear, Tawanchai was ready to take on Pechmorakot Pechindi, who was the reigning champ for 5 years and defended his title 3 times. The stage was set for a fierce showdown, and as the bell rang, the two athletes engaged in a cold-blooded duel. Tawan incorporated boxing into his repertoire during the match, recalling his favored front kick, but the champion responded with a cross and a hook during the retreat. Moving into the second round, the challenger engaged with the champion, delivering an insane 1-2 combo. And despite the champion's attempts, things got too close in the third round. So, Tawan started to focus on Pechind's legs, using a unique catch and comeback technique. The fight reached its peak, with both fighters unleashing devastating kicks. But Tawan eventually took the crown as the new Muay Thai champion after 5 intense rounds, and earning the title of Promotion Fighter of the Year. Reflecting back on his victory, Tawan was extremely exhausted, but he was also proud to achieve his goal of becoming the champion. Little did he know that things were only going to get harder from here. The shift to kickboxing. The first to challenge him was Yamal Yusupov, a 39-year-old Dagestani with an impressive record. And despite his age, Yusupov was incredibly resilient. However, a series of low kicks from Tawanchai proved effective once again, and led to a successful title defense in just 40 seconds. Following up to this, Tawanchai ventured into kickboxing, adapting to larger gloves and facing former Glory champion David Kuria under different rules. Even though Kuria was the winner of the Kunlun Fight World Championship, he was no match for Tawanchai and his fighting strategies. As always, Tawan aimed for the legs and the midsection. Now, credit where credit is due, Kuria did manage to block most of his kicks, but Tawanchai's relentless attacks caused a lot of damage. Sure, Kuria found some success in the second round, but Tawanchai continued to execute his battle plan and eventually break through Kurian's defenses. That fight just showed that Prodigy would do whatever it took to be recognized globally, whether it's Muay Thai or kickboxing. Speaking of which, he probably has one of his biggest challenges coming very soon. Upcoming fight with Superbon. In the main event of One Fight Night 17 on December 8th, Tawanchai is set to face Superbon Singa Mawin for the one featherweight Muay Thai title. Superbon is a former kickboxing world champion who aims to stop Tawanchai's impressive undefeated streak in both kickboxing and Muay Thai within one championship. Ever since Tawanchai secured the Muay Thai throne by defeating Pechindi in 2022, no fighter has really been able to best him and take him down. But could this change very soon? Well, Superbon may be 33, but he's incredibly famous for his kickboxing achievements, like defeating crazy good opponents like Sidichai Sitsong Pinong, Marat Grigorian, and Georgia Petrosian. Sure, he had a setback earlier in 2023, but he rebounded with a head kick knockout win against Typhoon Ozkan later. The matchup between Tawanchai and Superbon was initially scheduled earlier this year, but was canceled due to Superbon's injury. Now rescheduled for December 8th, the bout promises to be an intense battle. After all, both of them are Thai-born strikers, and both of them are known for their powerful strikes, high fight IQ, and extensive experience. So you can imagine Tawanchai's excitement, because the man can't wait to finish his fight with Superbon once and for all. It looks like the clash is expected to deliver an exciting showdown for the one featherweight Muay Thai world title. The question is, are you ready to find out who takes the crown? Let us know in the comments and subscribe to our channel for updates on the fight.